We got our friend Daron Vaught. ACC Baseball, etc. is the podcast. ACC casual baseball fan season is upon us. We're about a month out from the ACC Baseball Jamboree at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. Daron, what up, man?
I feel like I say this every week, but wacky weekend of ACC baseball.
It's funny. This is where casual ACC baseball man here goes, it's this Boston College. I think of Boston College as like a team that doesn't really add much of anything to the ACC, but they're actually pretty good, and they swept the Tar Heels this weekend, their first ACC sweep of the weekend. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, their first 3 wins in Chapel Hill in program history, as a matter of fact.
Jeez, okay.
So game 1 on Friday, they walked it off in the 10th, made history with that. Obviously, if they had never won a game in Chapel Hill, they had never won a series in Chapel Hill. In fact, the Eagles had never beaten North Carolina in a series. So they notched some history there on night 2. And then the obvious fact is, if they had never won a series against North Carolina, they had also never swept North Carolina. So they did that. But no, they're back up to number 11 in the country. They've been as high as 9th. They are firmly in the hosting conversation and probably having the best season in their program's history.
Daron Vaught joining us here on the Heister Automotive Group Hotline. That's Joe Ilvius. I'm Joe Giglio. All right, who of the teams that got swept, who reside in the Triangle this past week, which one did it hurt more? The Wolves, who got swept by Klemp, or Carolina getting swept by BC?
Yeah, both weird outcomes. Just when NC State was starting to hit this point where it was like, okay, they're coming into their own.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. Like the back end of the schedule maybe kind of benefits NC State.
Yeah, very weird result. I think it hurt North Carolina more. North Carolina was coming off of already a series loss.
I can't twist my head enough. You realize, all right, Daron, I get it. We are professional friends. We are.
Yeah.
But we have never interacted on the radio where I've had to explain how things work between NC State and North Carolina.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. What's going on?
What happened last year at NC State?
Unfortunate things.
They were like team 69 or whatever they were. 65?
Yeah. Not nice.
Yep. 65.
65 in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Did not get in.
Yeah.
With Carolina, we're talking about whether they host or not, right? Not whether they get in or not.
Kind of, yeah.
And always with Carolina, by the way, just so you know, even when State goes there and beats them in Chapel Hill by 100 runs, 4 days later, and you know this, and you know where I'm going, 4 days later, they'll go to Durham and just, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna win the ACC championship. Cool. Meanwhile, Elliott will be, get diphtheria and struck by a cobra and kicked out of the damn tournament. So don't get my pressure up, Daron.
Well,
don't do that to me.
I'll give you this. Though it does always seem like something that happens to NC State. You know how that extra innings game ended for North Carolina on Friday night,
I do not. No, give it to me.
Top spinning, tie game. Ground ball induced. Looks like it's going to be, no, not a tie game. North Carolina was up 1. So it was going to be the game.
Put it away.
Top spinning, hard ground ball bounces on the edge of the infield grass, guys, off of what was confirmed the next day to be a sprinkler head. Goes 10 feet up into the air over their shortstop's head.
Yeah.
That's state stuff.
That's how the Heels lost.
That's how the Heels lost.
There. Ooh.
Wow.
Is there room for both of them?
Maybe the curse maybe the curse of K is real. Like when a sprinkler head is costing you a victory in baseball?
They still won the field hockey championship.
Yeah, they did. Okay, that's a good point.
Giglio, are you asking if there's room for both of them in
the tournament?
NCAA regional? Yeah. Okay. And at this point, they both very much have regional resumes.
Okay.
Still a few weekends to go. And look, the ACC championship in Durham is going to be especially wild because really the league plays out like this. It's Wake Forest at the tip top. Everybody else in this middle region except for Florida State at the bottom. And the realistic nature is in Durham, all of these middle teams, it might not always be the same thing for each of them. They all are going to have something to play for, whether it's hosting, whether it's making it at all. I mean, it's going to be chaos.
Daron Vaught, ACC Baseball, etc. is the podcast. Sell. Check it out. All right, before we say goodbye, Cam Hayes picked a hell of a news dump to announce he's going to transfer and play basketball at ECU on the same day that the Wolfpack and the Pirates are playing. So I feel like we have to go into like Pirates Corner here with ECU because they are like an honorary ACC baseball team for us.
They actually lost a couple games this week, which doesn't happen.
Yeah, just a weird weekend. But that being said, we've got an awesome week for baseball in North Carolina.
But what about tonight? What about tonight? The Pirates and the Wolfpack.
Darren, it's super sunny.
You need a winner. You need a winner is what you need here.
I need winners, Daron. Who you got? Who's gonna be angry? That's maybe I should rephrase it. Who's gonna be angry tonight? Because when ECU and NC State play, somebody's gonna be angry.
Someone's going to be angry. You know what? I bet it's Cliff Godwin. Not even Pirate fans. I bet it's Cliff Godwin. State wins by something.
Like he didn't like the call. He didn't like the strike zone that day.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Yep. All right, Daron. You're right. Daron's so sunny.
He is. He needs to hang out with me more.
I was gonna say, Daron, this is a byproduct. This is a byproduct of you not hanging out with us enough. All right,
I'll bring him down.
We will absolutely break you down. Wear you down, man. All right, Daron. We'll talk to you later.
All right, be good, guys.